Hi Geminis, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross-watcher. Today I'm going to ask my spirit guides for love's hidden truths. What is it that they need you to know with love? Somebody that's on your mind? Anything about intentions? Anything that's being kept from you that you should know? So let's call in our spirit guides now. Let's get down to some real answers about what is going on around you. Spirit, I ask that you guide me with loving messages for anyone who has found this reading. What is it that you have for us, for my Gemini? I call upon you for loving messages. I am listening for you now. I have a commitment. Okay, is somebody that you're thinking of holding back? That ultimately they will commit, but maybe they're holding back. I don't know. I got a sense of in the back of their mind, they are thinking that, but they're not coming forward with it. So it is a sense of, when are they going to say anything? I don't know. Let's see what the cards are saying. Holding back for some reason. I am in love with you. Okay, so maybe they're letting you know. They're sharing with me this feeling of this person doesn't feel like they have to explain themselves. They want you to understand them through their actions. And sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes we need to hear it. So they feel like they show you. They feel like that their actions say it all. And maybe I want to hear I love you, or I'm not going anywhere, or I see a future with you, or we will be in a committed relationship, maybe not today, but down the road, like some sense of where we're going. But there are people out there that say, hey, if you don't like it, find something else, if I'm not good enough for you. And it has nothing to do with that. Many lovers out there, of course, there's a lot of different people out there, but I want to be with you. And I'm not looking for anybody else. I'm looking for a confirmation is how I just felt. I'm just looking for where do we go from here? And, do we have a future? Is probably, we're both afraid to say it. We're just kind of together going through all the motions, and this person's probably very good to you. And they probably are showing you that I'm proving to you that I want to be with you, or I am being with you. Have faith. Have faith in the process. Have faith in divine timing. Sometimes we have to take a step back and say, I will have everything that I want someday. I just don't have it today. But it's also nice to have your person let you know where you stand. And I feel like that's what's going on more than anything. They are the real deal. So maybe spirit's helping you. This is the real deal. Maybe you're struggling with, they just haven't come out and said it. And I just want to know, am I wasting my time? Am I going to wake up one day and they say, I don't ever want that? I don't think so. I feel like have faith that everything will work out the way you want it to work out. This person swept you off your feet. I'm very much in love. And this is what I want. You could probably be saying, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, but this person isn't saying it to me. There's some kind of breakthrough. Okay. They're saying hidden meaning. When I said, what's the breakthrough? It was more of there's a hidden meaning behind something that they do all the time. Again, going back to, I show you through my actions. So they could be very consistent about something that they go out of their way to do that they don't have to do. They could be helping you financially somehow. They don't have to be doing that at this stage. Maybe you just need a little help paying your phone bill, or maybe they got your car fixed, or they put gas in your car, but buying groceries. So it was a little bit of Look at the consistency in one particular area. That's how they're kind of showing you that I'm in it for the long run. Maybe that will help you. We are connected. This is a connection like no other. I feel like this person is just having a hard time with physically saying what they're seeing for a future. And there's two types of people. Some people don't need to hear it. This person's good to me. They show up every day. I know how I feel when I'm with them. We love our time together. They know they're not going anywhere, but they never tell me they love me. Maybe they've never have. And and some people have a hard time with that. Do they really love me because they've never told me? I would say in this case, yes, they definitely love you. If they aren't good at verbalizing it, then they're trying to show you the sense of consistency through my actions. Something that I do all the time for you that I do not have to do for you. And I do it, like a husband or spouse or a significant other. And I don't have to do that. I have a Page of Wands. I have a Four of Cups. I have a Seven of Wands. And I have a Page of Swords. I feel like I'm still getting to know, even if we've been through a lot, excuse me, I feel like we're still getting to know each other. Okay. I feel like we're going deeper into old wounds, habits, things that somebody does over and over again, or thoughts that keep resurfacing, and you know where that's coming from at this point. I have a feeling this person has a tendency to go and have a little bit of self-pity for some reason. And it could be, I don't have what I want at this stage in my life. I always thought that I'd be in a different place. Competition, other people have more than I do. So there's a little bit of self-pity, and they could struggle with that. That could be something that I'm always trying to pull myself out of. It's almost like they hit some kind of bottom, and then they say to themselves, well, nobody's going to hand it to me, so I better get up and go to work. I better keep trying. I better keep going. So I do think they have a lot of self-preservation or perseverance. And I do feel like they are, I guess, working through some difficult things on their own. It could be their finances. It could be they're trying to get to the next level in their life, buy a home. They can't get there. Something that's, they just can't give up on themselves. So maybe you admire that about them. I have this, I love pages. I mean, pages are always my optimistic energy. They're the person who is asking all the questions. I want to know about you. I'm excited about you. I want to learn more and more is how I feel. So I do feel like we have a long ways to go as far as really feeling like we know who each other are. So we could be transitioning from that early stage of dating and everything's kind of, bunnies and butterflies to going a little deeper and realizing that sometimes somebody is on their pity pot, realizing somebody struggles with fear of success, fear of failure, financial worries, insecurity, so you start to see their vulnerabilities and you start to help each other with those things. So your person could be starting to show you the kind of human side of them. And maybe with that comes more emotion. Maybe with that will come more, I do love you. Of course I love you. Three of Cups. I feel like they would be upset if you ever question their love for you. I do. I feel like they would say, what more could I do? what more could I, I mean, I'm doing everything I could to show you. So there's very much I do everything to show you energy. And I think they'd be very upset if you said, but you never tell me you love me, so you don't love me. They'd be like, what? I'm here. I'm right here in front of you. I show up every day. I'm here to help you, in life. And I think they'd be really heartbroken. They're trying to get their arms around money. They could be working hard. They could be worrying about finances. There's a little bit of a struggle there. It doesn't mean that they're, poor. Maybe they just want to be at the next level, and they're having a hard time getting to that next level. And maybe they're paying off debt, or they have a lot of expenses. I have an 8 of Cups. That came into me as you need to walk away from some old feelings that are triggering this insecurity that somebody has to tell you they love you all the time. Okay. It's nice to hear, but not everybody has that personality. And maybe you're realizing that about the person you are with. So you have to feel secure enough with yourself to say, I know this person loves me. I don't need to hear it. They wouldn't be showing up every day. They wouldn't be putting gas in my car, if they didn't love me. I'm going to go with I feel it with this ace. Okay. I feel your love. I can feel your love. And sometimes that's all that we need. If I would much rather have the person. How about the person who says, I love you, babe, but they do nothing? They don't show up for life. They don't show up for you. I feel the love. That to me feels more important, doesn't it? So you've got somebody who expresses their love through their actions. And I guess we have to say that's okay today. I guess we have to say, is it a hidden truth? The hidden truth is I do love you. I'm not going anywhere. I want you to look at how consistent I am. I want you to look at how good I am to you. Because I think this person would be very upset if somehow you said, you never tell me. I don't feel like you love me. They would be devastated because they're going out of their way to show you. Spirit, what are the loving messages? What do they really want to say? What do they need to say that they have a hard time saying? I keep dreaming about us. Nice. I think about a future. I'm scared of this connection. There's times that I'm scared of this connection. Okay. Nobody wants to get hurt. My feelings are deeper than they seem. That's exactly what's going on. You could be questioning, where do we go from here? And what is my future with this person? And they are already in this relationship and it's unfolding. They're already in it. They're already traveling the path with you. They're already doing the work. They're already showing up. What more needs to be said is kind of how they want you to think. You intimidate me. I don't know. That came into me as don't put pressure on them for a future. Don't do I don't know where we're going, or you never talk about getting, some kind of commitment, don't put that kind of pressure on them, because I do feel like this person would probably back off and be upset. I want you to put me first. I think that's vice versa. I think it's both. I think I want you to put me first, and I want you to put me first. So I think that we should do that. Hopefully your actions are showing them that you love them. Now, there's nothing wrong with you. If you are a very verbal communicator and you enjoy telling somebody how much you love them, just let them know. Sometimes they just look at you and go, okay, that's nice. And you take it as you can't say it back. But they get up and they say, I'll make dinner tonight. or let me take you out, you know? So it's a feeling of, you say what you need to say that makes you feel good, and let them say and do what they need to do to make them feel themselves that they're in this relationship, and make you feel like you're wanted. I want you to try and understand me, please. They're just a different type of person. Doesn't mean they're avoidant. I'm not feeling avoidant. Avoidant is somebody who doesn't show up. This person's showing up. They're caring. They're giving. Their actions are telling you, I'm here for you. So they're not an avoidant. They are just somebody who is having a hard time communicating their feelings. Maybe it's not how they were brought up. They never told their family members, I never heard I love you in my family ever. Believe it or not, there's people that grow up that way. So I think we just have to kind of look at it as somebody who's different, and and accept them for who they are. That is what I want you to do. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today and some clarity, because this person does love you. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading, go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. I have 2 other YouTube channels. I have a Pick a Card channel, and I have a Twin Flame Soulmate channel. I'll put the links below. I think sometimes we have to look at the actions. I'm going to say actions speak louder than words in this case, in this particular connection. So hold on to that for today. We'll see you again real soon.